In another development, youth of Rumuheleze community in Elelewantan, Obiakpo local government area of Rivers State have staged a peaceful protest over the impact of flood in the area. In a briefing, the secretary of Rumuheleze Youth, Njo Valo Efai, said some indigents have lost their sources of livelihood due to the flood, which has caused the exit of many companies in the area. Mr. Efai also urged the Federal Ministry of Works to urgently connect and build proper drainages.
The flood issues we're having around this environment. Whenever it rains, no matter how little that the rain is, this whole place will be covered with flood. No one can make access through this pathway. Companies around this area, trains, jobs, work will shut down no matter how little that rain is. This area also have left this place because of the flood. It has really affected the company. Since it's affecting the company, it's affecting the youth of the community.
Other protesters also spoke.
We all lost our job. We lost our job. I wonder when during the rainy season, how many people will remain there and the company will close. We are crying for the Ministry of Works to intervene, please.
We are calling Federal Ministry of Works to call CCA and C back to visit the drainage on the major way. If you watch the volume of water coming from Eleme Junction, from Obibo Oasis down to this place, it is very, very terrible.
The contract they have done here is affecting the host community. Minister for Works, look into what is happening in the host community.
Today we know how Nigeria is, and when the youths are losing their job, they should visit the drainage. There's drainage, of course, and I really think what the problem is the section 4 borough pit of the kilometer 17 Aba Expressway.
Our correspondent reports that protesters carried placards with inscriptions such as "Companies are leaving Rumuheleze due to flood," "Ministry of Works save our soul," "No to flash flood in Rumuheleze," among others. Moving on, an appeal court in Port Harcourt has approved a request by Rivers elders led by Anab Saraiwe and 9 others to serve the Martin Amehules-led lawmakers through substitute service. As you may know, a similar suit on January 23rd was struck out by the State High Court for lack of jurisdiction. The 3-man panel led by Justice Oluwayemisi Dawodu also granted an accelerated hearing on the matter and adjourned the case to April 8. Recall that the elders are challenging the constitutionality of a peace agreement reached at a meeting in Abuja last year. They are also asking the court to restrain the 27 lawmakers from parading and functioning as lawmakers following their defection to the APC, as well as restraining the governor from reappointing the 9 commissioners who resigned their positions, among others. Correspondent Mekotaka reports that one of the lawyers to the Rivers elders, Emmanuel Rukari, spoke to journalists after the court proceeding.
We filed an application before the Rivers State High Court for substituted service to serve the House of Assembly and Martin Amehule. You are aware that he invaded service of our process, and which was the reason why we rushed to court to ask the courts to grant us an ex parte application, our ex parte application for substituted service, and the court, without hearing the parties, struck out our case. It was on that premise we came to the Court of Appeal, Port Harcourt, that particular appeal, and this morning the matter came up. By the special grace of God, the first and third prayers have been granted.
Also, one of the claimants in the suit, Anab Saraibe, said the elders will ensure justice is served on the matter.
This matter is one of the matters that the Rivers people are interested in, and we want to be sure justice is done. The law is very clear in section 109, 1G and 2 of the Constitution of Nigeria as amended, that when a member of the House of Assembly deflects to another political party other than the political party that sponsored this election, he shall vacate his seat. So we want to contest that, amongst other issues that we are raising. We are also raising issues whether Mr. President, as an elected president, has the power to direct the elected government. There are other issues that we are looking into. The 8-point agendas, we will look at it.
Also, a federal high court in Port Harcourt will hear a case brought by a coalition of civil society organizations, or CSOs, in Rivers State against the Martin Amehule-led lawmakers in the State House of Assembly on March 18. The CSOs are seeking clarification on Section 109 of the Constitution. The presiding judge, Justice Daylor Pam, adjourned the case due to the ongoing judge conference. Our correspondent reports that the suit is urging the 27 lawmakers led by Martin Amehule to vacate their seat following their defecting to the APC. The coalition argues that there is no crisis within the PDP to justify their defection. Still to come, FEC approves implementation of Orosaya report to merge agencies. Stay with us. Siminalayi Fubara will be returned for a second term in the 2027 general election. Chairman Board of Trustees of Ogoni Same Vanguard, Marvin Yobana, said this at the Gukana Simplified Movement Thanksgiving service in honor of Governor Siminalayi Fubara's victory at the Supreme Court. He assured the people of Ogoni that an Ogoni man will succeed Governor Siminalayi Fubara after his second tenure in office.
Fubara is your governor and is going to do 4 years and another 4 years again, and nobody will stop him. Do not be deceived. This is the first time Rivers Southeast Senatorial District is having a governor. Who told you that after Fubara finish and Ogoniman cannot be governor? After Fubara finish, Ogoniman can be governor. So let your mind not shake. After all, the parent did for how many years? If the parent did 16 years, can't Ogoni and Obobo do 16 years? So make your mind no shake. Ogana no shake. Fubara go complete the 8 years. After 10, Ogoni go take over.
The Chairman Board of Trustees Marvin Yobana also urged the Martin Amihule-led River State House of Assembly to stop parading themselves as members of the River State House of Assembly.
I go tell them at the same, how can I tell those our brothers and sisters where they somewhere the form say they be members of the House of Assembly? We're gonna tell them say Melembe. When they come, when the Constitution go talk, and when the Constitution talk, if you be fake member of the Assembly, go do it.
The indigenous people of Degema in Degema local government area of River State have described as untrue Asari Dokubo's claim of innocence in the alleged attack of persons returning from mortuary by Amama soldiers. The spokesperson of Degema community, Omimi Ate, said about 19 persons were shot at by the Amama soldiers. He also said some persons detained by the security outfit are yet to be released.
To deceive the public, Asare Dokubo shamelessly rushed to the radio to sing a song of seeming innocence after ambushing and attacking the innocent, unsuspecting crowd of harmless, and peace-loving indigenous people of Degema. Returning from the mortuary on foot, he attacked them with security outfit, the Niger Delta People Volunteer Force, also known as Amama soldiers, shooting directly, involving about 19 persons, a serving soldier and a civil defense officer inclusive. The reason for his attack being that the Degemas were passing on a government road. He claims ownership on Degema land.
Mr. Ate, while calling for urgent government intervention, also faulted the statement that the mourners fought with the Amama soldiers.
It is unthinkable how Asare Dokubo would dictate for Degemas on routes to pass or not on Degema land. One also needs to ponder and imagine how a people from the mortuary with their late mother's corpse would venture into such an expensive and risky event as going to fight. In his penchant to claim part of Degema land for himself and his sponsors, he has carried out this heinous crime against man and God, conveying the bodies away to conceal evidence, yet he claims innocent. Government intervention is however anticipated to save lives and property.
Asare Dokubo and Amama soldiers have not spoken on this, but police have said it is investigating. Moving on, the Patriotic Renewed Hope Agenda group, made up of both PDP and APC supporters from the 13 wards of Ahoda East local government area of River State, is restating its support for the immediate past governor of the state and minister of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Nyesom Wike. This is contained in a statement signed by 17 members of the group, including Livingston, Wilson, Iwako, Rex, Ibu, Ehuda, leader, Ebe Chineye, among others. Now, the group leader, Chisa Obuka, read the statement to newsmen.
Chief Nyesom Wike remains the modern-day hero of River State. For us as Ekpe people, we shall remain eternally grateful to him for transforming Ekpe in all aspects, as we have never had it so good as witnessed under the leadership of Chief Wike. He took deliberate efforts to develop Ekpe in terms of the following: Ahoda campus of the River State University, Ekpena Community Road, Ahoda Odemude, Odieke Road, Obodi, Ozochi Road, with bridge across the Orashi, remodeling of Western Ahoda County High School, Ahoda, Odioku Internal Roads, Ogbo Ihubogo Roads, Odemude Road.
Now, he warned against unguided statement against the FCT minister.
Use this opportunity to remind them that Ekpe people are not ingrates and be warned not to misrepresent us for their greed and selfish interests, else they will be declared persona non grata in Ekpe land. We sincerely apologize to Chief Wike and all such Ekpe sons to retract their footsteps and join the entire Ekpe people to support Wike in all his endeavors, as in him still lies the continuous good of the Ekpe people in the current democratic dispensation. We condemn in particular recent comment by one of our sons, who himself is a major beneficiary of the benevolence and magnanimity of Chief Wike.
Away from that, the Omagwa Council of Chiefs in the Ikwere local government area of Rivers State has joined in condoling with the people of Isiokpo over the death of their illustrious son, late Herbert Nwigwe, wife and son. The Inyewale of Omagwa Eze Achineke Amadi, who led the Council of Chiefs and holders to the palace of the Inyewale of Isiokpo Blessing Wago Wagidi, commiserate with the king over the death of one of his subjects, Dr. Nwigwe wife and son. Eze Amadi, who conveyed the condolence messages from the Omagwa people, prayed God to continue to grant the Isiokpo king and his immediate family to bear the loss.
If we were to ask questions, we would have asked God what happened. So you don't ask God questions. God does what pleases him. The death of Herbert has affected even in Africa. To tell you the vision the young man had, unfortunately, what happened had happened. So what we are coming here to say sorry. Because if Herbert were to be alive, after developing Isiokpo, I know by extension it will come to Omagwa, but we have found it this way. So we are saying sorry. As he affected you, you are also affected. So on behalf of Omagwa Council of Chiefs and Elders and people of Omagwa, that's why we are here to say sorry. So during the burial will come to present Omagwa for the burial.
Some of the chiefs and holders, including the chairman of Omagwa Council of Chiefs, also spoke on the life and time of late Herbert Nwigwe and the significance of their condolence visit to the Isiokpo people and their king.
And good plans that these our late brothers have to the entire Ikwere and River State and Nigeria at large. So today we're trying to mourn with Isiokpo people, ask God to strengthen them for the big loss.
I need Isiokpo today to condole Isiokpo community in respect of the demise of Dr. Herbert Nwigwe, our blood relationship with Isiokpo. So we are saying that they should take heart.
We feel the loss of their son, Herbert Nwigwe, who is very illustrious and has done so much to benefit the community and also Omagwa. Especially if you look at the university that is bringing, it will bring growth to this area, bring growth to many parts of Ikwere land, including Omagwa. We only pray that whatever has happened, may God receive his soul and that of his child and wife.
Correspondent Sebio Ruware reports that Mata Aleru, who spoke on behalf of Inyewale of Isiokpo Blessing Wago Wagidi, commended the Omagwa Council chiefs and holders for identifying with them at their time of grief. In other news, the Federal Executive Council FEC has approved the full implementation of the Stephen Oronsanya panel report to merge some parastatals, agencies and some commissions, while others will be subsumed, scrapped or relocated. Now, the decision was made at a FEC meeting chaired by President Bola Tinubu on Monday. The Minister of Information, Mohammed Idris, said the aim is to lessen the burden of governance and enhance productivity. He clarified that the staff of all the affected ministries and agencies will not lose their job.
To implement the so-called Orosaye report. Now, what that means is that a number of agencies, commissions, and some departments have actually been scrapped. Some have been merged, while others have been subsumed. The National Senior Secondary School Education Commission is also being looked at with the aim to modify some of its processes, and a final decision on that will be taken.
The Special Advisor to the President on Policy Coordination, Hadiza Bala Usman, gave a further breakdown of the affected ministries and agencies.
For agencies that are required to be merged, I'll take it. National Emergency Management Agency to be merged with the National Commission for Refugee Migration and Internally Displaced Persons. The Directorate of Technical Cooperation in Africa to be merged with the Directorate of Technical Aid and to function as a department in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Infrastructure Concession and Regulatory Commission to be merged with Bureau for Public Enterprises. We now move to the agencies to be subsumed. The Service Compact with Nigeria Servicom to be subsumed to function as a department under the Bureau for Public Service Reform. The Border Communities Development Agency to be subsumed to function as a department under the National Boundary Commission.
And now we'll bring you news from around the world.
U.S. President Joe Biden says he hopes to have a ceasefire by next Monday in the Israel-Gaza war. His comments come amid reports of some progress made in ongoing negotiations involving Israel and Hamas representatives in Qatar. That's a wrap on the news this morning. Before we go, let's have a look at the major stories. The NLC is insisting on their protest despite last-minute meeting with federal government. TUC is calling for new minimum wage. Rivers CSO have dragged assembly members to court over defection. FEC has approved the implementation of Onosaya report to merge agencies. And on the foreign scene, U.S. President Joe Biden is hoping for ceasefire in Israel-Gaza war. The news was edited by Chioma Ezenwafo. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I'm Ifichuku Moyoli. Many thanks for listening.